Hello everyone, this is Sanjeev, and today we are going to see how we can use duplicate detection functionality to find the duplicate records in Microsoft Dataverse. How we can we'll see how to configure the duplicate detection, make a rule to find the duplicate data, or create a jobs to find the duplicates and execute it for a bulk deletion or merge. First of all, let's understand what duplicates means in Dataverse. Let's go to the table, account table, and if you see the records in account table, there are account name, main phone, address, city, etc. So if we take account name attributes and the data in the account name should, if we make a rule that a data in the account name should be unique, then if we see here adventure work sample data in one of the row, then this the same data should not be in another row. That means adventure work sample should not be in another row as a duplicate. If it gets the duplicate detection lets organizations set duplicate detection policies and create duplicate detection rules for business and custom tables. The rules can be applied across different record types in Dataverse. Based on the duplicate detection rules set by the administrator, the system alerts the users about potential duplicates when the user tries to create new records or update existing records. There are four phases in duplicate detection. First of all, we need to configure the duplicate detection settings. Then a rule has to be set to detect duplicate records. We can also set a job with a rule criteria to find the duplicates. Once the duplicates are found, we can decide to execute it by deleting or merging the duplicate data. There are normally four phases in duplicate detection in Dataverse: duplicate detection settings, duplicate detection rules, duplicate detection jobs, and bulk deletion. Let's go to make.powerapps.com, select the environment, and on the top, click on the gear icon to go to the advanced settings. Advanced settings will open up a different window for Power Apps Environment Settings app. This is the Environment Settings app. If you go on the top, there is a drop down menu in Settings. Go to the Settings and Data Management. Through the Data Management module, you can find, set the rules for duplicate detection, set the settings, configure the settings, uh, create a jobs for duplicate detection, and bulk delete as well. So all the functionalities are in this module. So if you also, you can also go to new layout of Power Apps environment settings. This one is Power App Admin Center, new one. And if you go to manage and select the environment where you want to set these rules, Then you can go and select the settings to go to the Power Apps environment settings in new layout. Once you click on settings, you see different modules over here. Click on data management module. There you can find duplicate detection, rules, jobs, settings, and bulk detection. Of duplicate detection in dataverse is the first and foremost we have to configure the settings to duplicate detection settings. Click on the duplicate detection settings. Once you are in duplicate detection settings page, you can enable or disable the duplicate detection. The settings here is for whole organization in that environment. Duplicates are detected when a record is created or updated, when Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Outlook goes from offline to online, or during data import. If all the checkbox is clicked over here, then the duplicate detection rules comes into. Second step is duplicate detection rules. Once duplicate detection settings is configured, we can set a rules in duplicate detection rules. Rules for duplicate detection can be set to duplicate detection rules link. If you click over here, you will be redirected to a page where you can create rules for duplicate detection. There are already different rules set off in the environment. If we want to check the rule, you just click over here and can find the details. To set up the rules, you need to write the name, description, and the criteria for the rule. We can check the tables where best record type is. We can select the table where the rules has to be set. The matching record type is normally the same table because we want to check the value of the attributes in the same table. But there can be a condition when we can select different matching record type too. Once the record type is selected, you can set up the rules over here by selecting the field name and the criteria. The match code length should not be greater than 700. So let's check and create a new rule. You click on the new, write the name of the rule, description if there is any, and select the record type. I will select the custom tables that I have created, and the matching record, I want to keep the same table. Select the attributes that we want to check and select the criteria. If the area name is exact match, then I want to keep the rule. But since the area name variable length is 850, which is greater than 700, it cannot be checked because of the match code length. So we can just keep other criteria. For instance, I want to keep the innovation category and the exact match. So once we are done with setting up the criteria, we can click on save and close. We can create more criteria if it is required. Once the rule is created, it has to be published so that it comes into effect. So to publish, select the new rule and publish it. Once the duplicate detection rules are set, duplicate detection works as per the settings that we have made. That is, when a record is created or updated in that table, or when a uh, Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Outlook goes from offline to online, or when during the time of data import. Basically, it works when any updates happens on the table. To edit rules, if the duplicate detection rules are already published, then it needs to be unpublished first. Then only we can edit on those rules. These rules can be made for an organization in an environment or can also be made for solutions. To make duplicate detection rules for the solution, you need to go to make.powerapps.com, click on the solutions, go to solutions, then go to add existing. When you go to the solution, you go to the add existing, more, then other, and select duplicate detection rule. Click on it and find the duplicate detection rule that we have created in the environment. Click on it and add it. So what is the advantage of adding duplicate detection rules in a solution is whenever any detection rules, business process, tables, or apps are combined in a solution, then it can be transformed from one environment to another effectively and efficiently, easily. We can just export the solution and send it to the another environment. There is also a way of detecting duplicate data in a table through creating a duplicate detection jobs. To create duplicate detection jobs, we go to environment settings and click on duplicate detection jobs. Maintain the integrity of system data. We should check for duplicates regularly to make sure that users don't create duplicate contacts, accounts, leads, or other types of records. The check for duplicates wizard help us set up a bulk job that finds cleans cleans off duplicate records. We can schedule the job to run daily, and we can receive an email confirmation when the job finishes. To create a job, click on New. So this wizard helps us detect duplicates for all records in one entity, in that is table. After we complete the wizard, a duplicate detection job will run in the background. And we need to specify the entity, subset of records, and specify scheduling and notification option. So click on next. Okay, let's specify entity. Let's work on ideas, look for ideas, and use saved view. So there are two views in ideas. Let's check on uh, active idea. So this is the table, and we can also filter through the views. So if we create different views for the table, then it will be in this drop down. So let's take active ideas for now. Then the active idea filter condition is already over here. That is status equals active. So we can keep more filter conditions by selecting over here. So let's take the same innovation category equals some value, right? Or we can say contains or begins with, does not contains data, or ends with. So let's make a condition that innovation category should be there whenever any ideas is posted. So that means if innovation category does not contain data, then this condition will be on effect. So there is a functionality of previewing the records as per this condition. You can just click over here and find the records. There is no records for now, but whenever this condition matches, the job will find the records and do their jobs of sending email or doing other function. So let's click on next. Now we can give a name for this job. Let's keep it as it is, duplicate detection for active ideas and the date and time of the creation. So when does we want to run this job now? So it can start from this date and time and run this job after every 30 days is the default. So you can select over here to run the job for every day, every 7 day, or 30 day, 90 day. So let's skip every 7 day for now. We can also keep 1 day if we want and send an email to. This is the admin email, but we can do also notify other emails over here. at the rate or any email. Okay. So I'll just not keep the email right now and click on next. To create duplicate detection job, click submit. Now the process is completed. Whenever or as we submit this, the job will be like scheduled from today every day at the same time. The job will be executed, and if they find any duplicate, then it will send email to the admin. So it will take some time for creation. So one more thing to know is to create the job of duplicate detection, deletion, or make a rule or update in the settings, you have to be system administrator role. Your user has to be of system administrator role or equivalent so that you can do this functionality. Now the last section is bulk deletion. The duplicate detection settings, we configure it, make a rule, and also find if there is any duplication through the jobs. So the now task is either we need to delete it in a bulk or merge it. Bulk deletion feature helps you delete data you no longer need so you can maintain data quality and manage the consumption of system storage. This feature is important when you want to delete data that are irrelevant to the business. Maybe you need to delete test data or sample data or data that is incorrectly imported from other system. With bulk deletion, you can perform the like delete data across multiple tables, records for a specified table, etc. To note bulk deletion feature, to use bulk deletion feature, you go to the data management again, and there is bulk deletion over here. Click on it. So there are already several jobs over here which is uh, created for the bulk deletion. Let's check on some of it. So the process is same, name, owner, and option is notify me when the task is completed. So these are the cases. Let's create one bulk deletion job. So the wizard, this wizard, bulk deletion wizard, helps us to delete selected records from selected entities or record types in Microsoft Dynamics 365. We need to define deletion criteria for entity and a scheduling and notification option. So click next. So let's create a criteria. It is similar to the one we created before, the rules. So let me take custom table and use shape view. So view, if there is a filtering view, then yes. The filter condition is this condition. You want to make other more condition, then just select it. Innovation category does not contain data. So if there are any records where innovation category does not contain data, then we can create this job criteria for the bulk deletion job. Next, and keep a name, bulk deletion, and when it is created, we can rename it as per our convenience, and it is scheduled like from the time right now, and we can make a job like every 7 day or anything like that. And if we want these deletion records and the job uh, information to be sent to the email of the admin, then we click over here and click on send. Next. Once this job is created, it will run automatically on the scheduled time, and when the job we want to execute recurrently until and unless we stop it. So select submit. Now the job is created. It will take some time, but once it is created, it will work. The function starts. Today, we learn about the duplicate detection process. How do we configure the duplicate detection in Power Apps environment settings? Create the rules to detect the duplicate records, and how we can create a job to find the duplicates, and how we can create a bulk delete function to delete the duplicates records. So thank you.